Asia and the Pacific region make up about a third of the world's total land area. Asia, the largest continent, stretches all the way from the Pacific Ocean to Europe and from the Arctic Circle to the equator. Here you'll find some of Earth's most dramatic examples of seismic activity. Volcanoes produce the islands that run from Asia's Pacific coast to the Indian Ocean, while the collision of tectonic plates raised the world's highest mountains, the mighty Himalaya. Europe and Asia occupy the same landmass, but they are considered separate continents. Asia begins at the Ural Mountains and Caspian Sea. The Caucasus Mountains and Black Sea form another boundary. Excluding Russia's Siberia, this vast area of the globe can be divided into 5 major land areas of similar features: Southwest Asia, Central Asia, East Asia, South Asia, and Southeast Asia and the Pacific. Southwest Asia includes the Middle East and its vast deserts. The oldest known civilizations were born between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in present-day Iraq. But fertile river valleys are the exception, not the rule. In most places, the lack of rainfall makes farming impossible. Buried under the sand, though, are valuable oil reserves that have generated great wealth for the region. Although it is 60% desert, the terrain of Central Asia also includes rugged mountains and seemingly endless, treeless plains called the steppes. This region is too dry to support much plant life except short grasses, so people here graze their livestock on the steppes. Melting snow and ice from the towering peaks of the Tibetan Plateau provide the source of East Asia's most important rivers, the Wang River and the Chang River, Asia's longest waterway. The vast Gobi Desert and the Mongolian Plateau dominate continental East Asia. They stand in striking contrast to the region's highly industrialized island nation of Japan. South Asia includes the Indian Peninsula that extends into the Indian Ocean. The climate here experiences monsoons, or strong seasonal winds. Summer monsoons from the ocean bring heavy rainfall. The mountains of the Tibetan Plateau are the origin of the Indus and the Ganges rivers. South Asia's first civilizations developed in these river valleys, and today they are among the most heavily populated areas on Earth. Southeast Asia and the Pacific share the subtropical habitats around the equator that support lush rainforests. Southeast Asia includes numerous archipelagos, groups of islands that connect Asia to Australia and other Pacific island nations. Australia, a large country that is also a continent, contains a vast desert in the interior. The outback, as it's known, receives very little rain, so most of the population lives on the east coast. The country of New Zealand and the tropical island groups of Polynesia, Melanesia, and Micronesia extend far into the Pacific Ocean. Asia and the Pacific are the most densely populated parts of the world. More than 3/5 of the world's people call these regions home, even though scorching deserts, impassable mountains, and dense forests make much of the land uninhabitable. China and India each have more than 1 billion people. Most people here rely on farming for their livelihoods. South, East, and Southeast Asia all have good farmland thanks to river deposits and warm, wet climates. More than 90% of the world's rice comes from Asia. Wheat is also one of the major crops. A frozen north and a steamy south, unstable volcanoes and endless deserts, areas overcrowded and others uninhabited. In a world of extremes, Asia and the Pacific region cover them all.